right, everybody, Todd McFarlane. We're going to teach you how to do planets. Hello. We're going to teach you how to do planets. More specifically, we're going to teach you how to do Earth. There's good ways and bad ways, I think, of doing it. So we'll just make the Earth real quick. So let's make a big giant one right here. Boom, there it is. We've got the Earth here. Get another layer. Come in with our black. Here's the trick. Here's. Whoa. Let me go back in here. Let me make sure I got what I want. There you go. So here's the trick to doing a good planet is that once you've got your shape, right? So let's just say that we've got our shape. I'll go real rough. We'll come in with the United States, right? Here's Florida down here. Here's Texas, right? We're gonna have Mexico up down in here, but we'll just keep it to the United States, all right? So if this is the United States up in here, that once you have your shape, one of the things that you have to do is you just can't make it all smooth. So what I found is that if I do it, I draw right here, and let's go right here. I'm constantly then drawing. Hello, till I get a bigger one. I'm constantly drawing these little lines, and make it seem like it's almost like cracked dish or something like that. So you come up in here. Now we're getting up into Seattle, right? You can do all these little lines. What are these lines? These are now rivers, right? So you come up here and you do here, and then what you want to do is you want to then do these little tiny ones. Why? Because those are the little tiny islands. This is Vancouver Island up here. This is Canada, right? And you add these little sort of pieces on here. So now if I come up in here and I'm doing Florida, I come up again, do a little bit crazy, come up in here, and then you want to get down into the Keys, right? So I come in here, do some little dots, come up in here, make it all right. It's still the same shape. It's just that you're going in and out, in and out, in and out. And then you get to even do things like, okay, there's going to be the Great Lakes that are going to be in the middle of it. So you actually get to come up in here, and then some of these sort of splinter out and show you sort of rivers. But now that we come up in here, we get to do things like, here's Cuba, we get to do Cuba, we get to do Jamaica, we get to do Puerto Rico, get to do all these little ones, and some of them are going to be a little bit smaller. But to me, what makes all this seem realistic when you make it sort of a little bit smaller isn't the shape of it per se, but it's going to be all the sort of the inconsistencies of all your lines that you draw, so that as you're drawing now even more and more landmass, and you're going in and in and in and in and in, and you're doing little squiggles, that as you make all of that a little bit smaller, and you get small on it, then you're going to see that it starts to look more like a real map, right? Because if you make those lines too smooth, then it's not going to look like landmass. And now if all of a sudden if I come over here and I go, I'm going to do Europe, I'm going to do the same thing, right? And again, I don't know exactly what Europe's going to look like. Here is going to be the United Kingdom, right? There's going to be sort of Ireland, Scotland up in here. A couple of the small cities, but you just keep doing the same thing, and you put the odd little one in the middle. It's going to be a lake, and all of a sudden you just have that. And if you do that for this whole, eventually you do that for this whole planet, you're going to get stuff. Why does that matter? Because if you're going to do sci-fi and you're going to start creating your own planets, then the shapes really don't have to look like anything. You just start creating sort of masses. And then once you've created your masses of shapes like this, and pretend that this is like a planet in the Garthonian complex, you can come in here, make it a little bit darker. But again, you want to do the exact same thing. You want to go in and out, 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 so that again you get all these super inconsistencies to it. And that's it. And that's how you make basically planets, planet Earth, anything sci-fi. I'll show you another day how to overlap planets and put shadows on each other. But that's how you can do planets. Everybody, peace, be good.